Hello, I'm Gino. Welcome to Dazzle TV. It's 5:59 a.m. here in Numancia, Aklan in the Philippines. And I'm getting ready to go on my morning walk. My neighbor's balcony project is finished. It looks really nice. I mean, they really repainted it even. Now he's got a parking spot now for his SUV here. You could tell like even the ceiling, really nicely done. I'm gonna have to ask him when he's awake, and I'll try to film that bathroom that he built upstairs, because now he has a bathroom upstairs. But really turned out really nice. It's actually really nice and cool this morning. Our pag-asa, the weather people here in the Philippines, they declared that habagat or monsoon season, the rainy season here in the Philippines, is now over. We are now under the amihan season. During amihan, the cold and dry air coming from the northeast results in cooler and lower temperatures in the Philippines. Less humidity also. That is why it's typical here in the Philippines, once you hit the Burr months, September, October, November, and December, we get cooler temperatures during the Burr months. We can still be hit by typhoons all the way up to December. Usually it's typical for us to get 2 typhoons that enter the Philippine area of responsibility, PAR, for the months of October, November, and December. So regarding typhoons, we can still get hit by typhoon all the way up to December. This morning, my topic is going to be pros and cons in moving or retiring in the Philippines. My recommendation to people I talk to online when they ask me about moving or retiring in the Philippines is always to live and retire in the US, if you can afford to live and retire in the US. The medical care and infrastructure in the US is better than the Philippines. Everything in the US is more efficient. If retiring is getting difficult in the US because of inflation or the rising cost of housing, then the Philippines and other Southeast Asian countries would be a good option. If your only pension is Social Security and are getting $1,500 a month and are struggling to make ends meet in the US, I think the Philippines is a good option for you. If I was in a situation where my pension is Social Security alone, I would live in the Philippines or Southeast Asia for sure instead of the United States. That is just me. I just think for overall quality of life on a small budget, Philippines and Southeast Asia hits the spot. But I understand that we are all different. We all are looking for different things in our life. What is a priority for me is not the same priority for some. If I had a lot of money, no reason for me to live in a developing country. If I can live in luxury and conveniences of the United States. The bottom line for me is I can live at a lower cost in the Philippines or in Southeast Asia than in the United States. Many will argue regarding the cost of living, how much money you need to bring, or budgets in the Philippines. But the bottom line is, it is more affordable to live here. That is why there are so many expats here. I retired here 13 years ago because I knew I can afford to retire here on my military pension alone and no longer have to work. A decision I made because I just wanted a simpler life. I wanted the freedom of owning my own time. I think the ideal situation is spending time in both countries, the Philippines and the US. My friend Ruben, that is his plan. He plans to split his time between the Philippines and the United States in order for him to maintain his Medicare in the United States and also enjoy the quality of life in the Philippines. A subscriber asked me if it's easy to get around on an electric wheelchair in the Philippines. If you need a wheelchair or walker to get around, the Philippines is not a good place for you. Handicapped access is just not good here. Maybe better in the big cities, like maybe in BGC or expensive parts of Cebu City. But in the provinces, handicapped access is almost non-existent. A reason that expats come to the Philippines is for the chance to meet a lifelong partner. For us that are single in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and older, there is just a higher chance of meeting a lifelong partner in the Philippines. Older men that I talk to in the United States just tell me it's almost impossible for them to date and find a lifelong partner in the US anymore. If you are an animal lover, if you love dogs and cats, it is painful to live in the Philippines. The amount of stray dogs and cats and caged animals are overwhelming. It is a little better if you live in condos or gated communities because people care more about pets in those areas. This is the garden here by the vacant lot. Papayas are really growing now. I can even see a small papaya fruit already. Filipinos are the friendliest people that you will meet. A lot of my expat friends tell me they just feel so welcome here. They are invited to Filipino parties and get-togethers. It is common here to meet a Filipino and they just immediately invite you to their home for a meal. Easy to make connections with Filipinos. Looks like they're building another house here. They even have a cement mixer here, so they're probably gonna lay down the foundation. Looks like they started the walls already, but I don't see the foundation on the flooring, so that would probably be their next step. They use these hollow blocks to build the walls of the houses here, and they pour cement in the middle portion of the hollow blocks. Some expats feel isolated sometimes because they don't have someone to talk to at their Filipina families' get together. Usually there is at least one or two Filipinos at a get together that are confident with their English, but it's not the same with some expats because it is still different when you talk to an American. We just understand each other better. That's why I always check on my expat friends here in the Philippines. And now even my friends in the United States that I met from YouTube, I always check on them, see how they are doing. If you are a beach person like me, it is easy to find a place to live here near the beach. With over 7,000 islands in the Philippines, you will be near water here. And it's not going to cost you a lot of money to live close to the beach. In the United States, houses on the beach just cost so much money. Not hard to find a house right on the beach, like let's say in Dumaguete, for under $400 a month for a beach house. If you have medical issues that require extensive medical care, the Philippines would not be a good place for you. Most of the good hospitals here in the Philippines are in Manila. And living in Manila can be overwhelming with the traffic, the air pollution, the noise pollution. If you want a simple, quiet island living, the Philippines is perfect for you. With so many provinces to choose from, laid back living with plenty of fresh air, no traffic. That is why I love living in Aklan province. Traffic and driving are the biggest complaints that I hear from expats here, especially if you live in Manila or Cebu City. Traffic is horrendous in the big cities, and driving is even worse. Driving in big cities here requires a lot of patience. Drivers are very aggressive and unpredictable. A lot safer to drive in the provinces because we don't have the traffic. I actually enjoy driving in Aklan province, but I would never dare drive in Manila or Cebu City. That is just me. Many older expats enjoy their life in the Philippines because they are respected here. I talk to many expats that move here to the Philippines, and the common thing I hear from them is being an older person in America, you just feel invisible. Here in the Philippines, Kano or expats are just treated with respect. They are often called sir here in the Philippines. Filipinos just respect and treat older people better. Lack of quality Western food. Western food like steaks will be more expensive here because they are imported. Good Mexican food, Italian food, Indian food, Thai food just are not readily available here. And if you find a good one, will be pricey. Costs for services are a lot cheaper here. We had our window blinds installed in our house, 7 windows total, and it cost me 1,000 pesos or $18 to install all the window blinds. If I had a yard that requires mowing or landscaping, I can find someone here and pay them 300 pesos or $5 to take care of my yard. If I wanted a maid to come into our house and clean our house every week. That will only cost me 500 pesos or $9 to clean my whole house. Carpenters and construction workers in our province work for less than 500 pesos a day or $9 a day. Those are just some of the pros and cons of living in the Philippines. If you can think of anything that I missed, feel free to put a comment. Thank you for your continued support of our channel. Dazzle, Leanne, and I, we truly appreciate your support. Take care, everyone.